Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give the honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down that rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hope for the elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so I just want to do a short lesson. I have alone the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I want to name the video, Continue with the Doctrine, because it will save your life. Alright. And the inspiration from this lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai comes from 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter, and the 16th verse, which Lord will, you brothers can see on the screen. Alright. Like I said, I just want to do something real. I just meditating on my way to work. I'm here at work now, getting ready to go in. I just want to do something real quick. So on the ride to work, I was just thinking about, just meditating, man, how close we are, because we're getting super close. Of course, brothers have been doing videos left and right about the base collapsing, the financial system collapsing, the CBDCs coming, and we know it's going to lead to the Karagma. All this build up to the Third World War, like the scriptures tell us in the book of Revelations, the Third War will come quickly. All right, which all those things are part of the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, which the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone teach. All right, and like I said, I was just meditating on it, mainly on the scriptures, 1 Timothy, the 4th chapter and the 16th verse. All right, which I'm just go ahead and read it. All right, because again, I got to get ready to go in here. But it says on 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. What's the doctrine? All right, pretty much this truth. The correct way, the correct doctrine too. All right, which is what the mark of the beast is, the microchip technology. There will be a Third World War. There will be a time of Jacob's trouble. America is Babylon the Great, and America will be destroyed. All right, all those things are a part of the doctrine. All right, continue with them. All right, continue in them. All right, for in doing this, thou shalt save thyself and them that hear thee. Right, you should save yourself and those that hear you. All right, which is who? The elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3. All right, by teaching this word, you're saving yourself. Like the scripture say, give diligence to make your call and election sure. All right, you're teaching the word, you're following the doctrine, teaching the word, and you're teaching the rest of our people. All right, which that's going to save their life. All right, if they're a part of the Lord's elect. All right, real quick scripture that just came to mind. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speaking to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set them up for a watchman, which is who's the watchman? The prophets. All right. Verse 3, if when he see the sword come upon the land, which the sword is coming, and he blow the trumpet, which means go out there and teach and warn our people about what's to happen. All right, to bring awareness to our people, basically. That's what it means to blow the trumpet. And warn the people. Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood is upon his own head. Right. So if you go out there and teach the word, the correct doctrine, and warn our people about what's to come. All right, like I said, then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning. So if you brothers that go out there and teach, and the ones of our people that don't listen, which are the 2/3, don't listen. The Lord said, if the sword come and take him away, his blood is upon his own head. So that's on him. He didn't take heed, so he's going to die. All right, but you warn him, and hear the sound of the trumpet, and take not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. Right? He that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. All right, so the ones, which that's the elect. The 2/3 aren't going to listen, so they're going to die, but the elect are going to listen, and they're going to be delivered. Verse 6, but if the watchman see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. So that's somebody that knows the truth, that ain't out there blowing the trumpet, he's going to die. The man that's not blowing the trumpet, that ain't out there teaching, he's going to die. And the ones of the people that didn't listen isn't going to die. Because you have to get the blood off your hands. So, let me read verse 7 real quick. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee up a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the words at my mouth and warn them for me. Which is what the, starting with the elders and apostles of great millstone and brothers ranking on down are doing. Alright, so let's go back to, First Timothy, back in First Timothy chapter 4, verse 16, and read it again. Take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Continue in them, for in doing this, thou shalt save thyself and them that hear thee. Right. So, again, go out there, teach the word. All right, the right way, learn the correct doctrine. Go out there and teach the people, teach our people. All right, and the ones of our people that listen, all right, they'll be delivered. But the ones of them that don't listen, they're going to be destroyed. All right, so take heed to thyself and into the doctrine and continue in them. Which again, the doctrine is what? The truth. The microchip is the mark of the beast. There will be a third world war. America is Babylon the Great. The so-called white man, or the so-called white race, white man, woman, and child, or Edomites, and they're going to die. Oh, they're going to be destroyed. Their kingdom is going to be destroyed, and they're going into slavery. And after that, they're going to be eradicated after 1,000 years. Those are some of the things that's a part of the doctrine. All right, continue in them, meaning don't waver from them. So the scriptures say, real quick, First Timothy chapter 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speak expressly that in the latter times, which we're in the latter times now, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And that's going on heavy right now. The mark of the beast is an embargo, Christianity, or sleeping with a white girl, all right, or something crazy like that. All right, so you got people departing from the faith, and some people are just quitting. All right, they just gave up and give heed to doctrines of devils. All right, which that's going on now heavy. All right. So again, continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt save thyself and them that hear thee. Right, and them that hear thee. All right. So you got to continue in the doctrine. You don't want to waver off to the left or the right. Let me get one more precept, and after that, I'm wrap it up because I got to go in here. Do this bullshit, man. But this is 2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 1. When I had made an end of speaking these words, there was sent unto me an angel which had been sent Salakia unto me the night afore. Verse 2. And he said unto him, Up, Esdras, and hear the word that I have come to tell thee. And I said, Speak on my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case of the interest where but put the case but Salakia. Let me read it again, verse 4. But the case of the interest was narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, and he could not, how could he come through the broad? Verse 6, there is another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and is full of good things. Which that city is what? The kingdom of heaven. All right. And the entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as it right in this place, in the world we're in right now, is that dangerous place. All right. To fall, like as if there was a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water. Right, so if you fall out of the truth, you fall to the left, you go to the left or to the right, you're going to be destroyed, man. All right, if you can discontinue from the doctrine, the true doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, which the elders and the apostles of great millstone teach, you fall off to the left or the right, you're going to be destroyed. All right, so you got to continue on with that straight path, man. Continue in that straight path and to the end. Which we're super close to the end. Deadly, honestly not deadly, but real close to the end of this man's garbage, what he calls a kingdom, which is on his last foot, last toe. We're talking any day now, this shit could collapse. Shit is already collapsing. Look at the banks, they're already collapsing. Everything's already collapsing. But it's about to go to the next level, all right? So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. This quick lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.